Hello world, it is I, Michael's Memento, and today I'm going to be talking about BattleBit Remastered Weekly Challenges Update. This update came out on October 1st, 2023 on a Sunday, and this update brings weekly challenges, UMP45 tweaks, bug fixes alongside an experimental solution to friendly icon screen clutter. So without further ado, let's get to the patch notes. UX UI screen LOD friendly HUD calling added experimental. Constantly seeing friendly icons in a game that supports up to 127 players on one team can be distracting, and detecting if you can see 127 players precisely is extreme resource heavy. Disabling or fading friendly markers based on distance runs the risk of making players mix friendlies with enemies on long or medium distances, which is arguably worse. As an experimental solution, we've added calling based on player's screen size, the amount of space player takes on screen, and physics checks on the player's random points based on how small or big the player is on screen. And if the player is not visible over a certain time, the icon will fade out. Random will no longer choose night maps unless server admin specifies. Gameplay, global weekly challenges. Here's an example of the global weekly challenges. Get 200 kills with an engineer class, revive 100 teammates, heal 5000 HP, get 200 kills with the L86A1, get 150 kills with submachine guns. And it looks like most of these are 20,000 XP with revive 100 teammates for 10,000 XP. Every week, players will encounter tasks such as example. Capture 20 flags for 4,000 XP, achieve 50 kills with SMGs for 5,000 XP, revive 30 players for 4,000 XP, plant 15 headshots for 4,000 XP, secure 60 kills with assault rifles for 10,000 XP. Upon completing all tasks, players will receive a 4 times XP boost capped at 100,000 XP. Once you earn an additional 100,000 XP, the boost ends. These challenges are the same for all players and will refresh every Monday with a new set of challenges. Challenges can be viewed at the main menu while loading and while in game. Cosmetic-only hats and helmets will now have a hitbox. Until now, this has caused a problem for players due to being unable to clearly identify the hitbox of enemies' heads. These cosmetic items will only stop one damage, and the rest will be passed to the player as usual. Weapons. The UMP45, bullet velocity reduced from 475 to 375, fire rate reduced from 650 RPM to 600 RPM, quick magazines unlock requirement reduced to 200 kills from 500 kills. Maps and environment. Zalfi Bay, domination 127 versus 127, added a second spawn to improve player flow. Conquest 64 versus 64 decreased the amount of objectives from 6 to 5. Highway middle barrier replaced with a destructible one. Solar tower invisible wall fixed. Valley, destroyed chimney was blocking an underground tunnel fixed. District captured a flag, USA flag moved to a safer place. Eduardovo, objectives D, swamps, 40% of bushes were removed to improve visibility in that area. Frugis, subway, objective C, capture zone was expanded and spawn locations adjusted to avoid spawn kills. Namak, some buildings were missing collision fix. Added Parapet low wall on taller buildings. This will provide better cover for snipers while prone, while making it more of a risk to attack targets directly below you. We get a little picture of the low wall. Yeah, fantastic. And oh, that's the end of the patch notes. Just some of my thoughts on this update since I've been playing for about 2 weeks now. Going back up, I haven't really paid attention to the screen LOD friendly HUD calling added. I didn't think there was anything, I don't know, wrong, I guess, with figuring out who's friend or foe based on distance. Usually I can tell pretty quick, and yeah, I tend to just like mark enemies too as spot, which I kind of hope they do kind of like an update on the spotting. I heard that spotting really only just shows up for your squad and not like for other teammates. So I hope that gets implemented, if that's the case. The random voting at the end of the round, random will no longer choose night maps unless server admin specifies. Yeah, this seems fair. I mean, like, if the admin, if we're like a community server, if it's not enabled, yeah, why would it choose a night map? Which kind of makes me think, like, well, I think most community servers will turn off night maps just because the majority, I think, players just don't like the night maps. I, for one, kind of do like them, but I can see, or I can understand why, like, someone would not enjoy the night maps. I mean, for one, you can't really aim down sight, and there's really there's no really like a lot of lighting in the game. There's flares. Some vehicles have headlights. You have your flashlights. That's pretty much it. And you got your infrared lasers. That's really cool to see. And I mean, I enjoy playing the night maps just because it's so cool to just see rounds firing around, and you know, the infrared lasers and just flares going off, and sometimes you gotta turn off your night vision goggles. But I don't know. I hope they do add some kind of like especially like street lights, like there's more like it's natural lighting inside the maps. As far as the global weekly challenges, this update is actually insane in regards to XP, because now I feel like I am leveling up a lot smoother, especially in the 100 level, or level 100 and above. I feel like I'm like ranking up pretty consistently, and these weekly challenges also add replayability, and it kind of keeps the game a little bit fresh. I'm kind of sad that, yeah, everyone is sharing the same global weekly challenge. I kind of wish it was random, just because I ran into a game where, like, oh, okay, the weekly challenge this week is revive 100 teammates, or, you know, heal this amount. And there's just tons and tons of medics everywhere, and it's kind of a struggle. Like, hey, I want to heal people, but there's like 20 other medics trying to heal people as well. I mean, it's kind of funny the first few rounds. However, it's just like, you know, I kind of wish it was kind of different, or they decreased the amount of revives, because reviving, even though I think it's a great idea, it's kind of just annoying where, like, oh, you have to revive 100. I think right now this week's is 150 revives. I mean, that sounds a lot, because, and it's unfortunate because when you want to revive someone and they just decide to just forfeit their death and just respawn. I mean, I am at fault for doing that, so I kind of understand, or I do understand wanting to do that, especially if there's just a lot going on and it's just a crazy chaotic gunfight going on in your dead body. But yeah, there's that. Nonetheless, this global weekly challenges is just fantastic. I hope they add, I don't know, maybe monthly, maybe daily, well, maybe not daily, maybe monthly, like to like just add a ton of XP. But yeah, and you get a little bit of some more examples here. I'm kind of can't wait if they're gonna do like roadkill one, and how many kills that will be, or even a oh gosh, a sledgehammer one would be very interesting, and I don't know if I would even try to get that done. It would just be funny. I think since it is a shared, where everyone has the same global weekly challenge, it would be funny to see a lot of people using the sledgehammer. And this, I didn't know about this 100,000 XP cap. You get the 4 times XP boost. However, the XP gain is at, you know, it's capped at 100,000. I kind of wish maybe that was a little bit more, but it's still nice. I mean, I'll take 100,000 XP anytime. The cosmetic-only hats and helmets, wasn't aware of this. This is good that they fixed this, or kind of like implementing this, like it has a hitbox now. So yeah, and the UMP-45, the bullet velocity reduced is kind of, you know, sad. Even the fire rate is down, only by 50 rounds per minute, so it's not too bad. And it's nice that they did reduce the kill count for the quick magazine. I didn't even pay attention that was 500 kills. I will have to try out that gun again just to see how it feels with the reduced velocity and fire rate. As far as the maps and the environment, it's nice that we get, you know, some minor updates for domination, 254 player for a second spawn to improve player flow, and looks like the conquest 64 versus 64 decreased the objectives from 6 to 5. That's nice too. And the highway middle barrier, which I haven't actually paid attention to in Zalfi Bay, is now destructible instead of indestructible. So that's interesting. And I never ran into this invisible wall at the solar tower. So yeah, and just more other fixes here. Oh, one thing I guess that really stood out here is the Eduardovo objectives. I do not like Eduardovo. It's probably my least favorite map. It's kind of interesting. They decided to decrease the amount of bushes at the swamps area. So I'm hoping to be able to play that map just to see how it is, because that map had a lot of bushes. So I kind of wish I hope they add a way that we can destroy bushes. You can destroy some trees in the game, you know, put C4, but I wish you can, like, you know, drive over bushes or something and remove them. I don't know if that's something their engine or their game can handle, so that'd be something that would be nice to have. And the Frugis, kind of interesting too. Objective C, the capture zone, is expanded. I don't remember where Objective C is. I hope it's not down the subway, because I get lost down there. I don't know about y'all. Sometimes I get lost. I don't like spawning there, so it's the least amount of flag I like to be around. Just because there's a lot of places to, like, hide and still be in that capture zone. Oh, this last one that they did mention about these added a Parapet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, but a low wall and taller buildings. This is really cool. So far I experienced it, and it's really nice, especially if you're not a support class. Kind of adds that, you know, defensive barrier where I don't have to build a small, like, Hesco wall or whatever, just to cover. So it's just nice that, you know, some buildings have it already, or have a wall or small wall on the top. I don't remember if they are destructible. However, I mean, looking at this map, this is Salhan, I think. I mean, if you can blow up the walls and the building will fall down. So, with the lower walls down here, and the whole building would collapse. And I want to say, yeah, those walls are destructible, but again, it's just a nice addition. However, I've also just don't like it when you're not a sniper or a recon class. Just pain in the butt when you're trying to shoot and you don't get this, like, you don't have a bigger angle now, or arc, I should say, when you want to, like, aim down below, even though it, like, greatly exposes yourself, but you don't have that option. So it kind of gives, like, someone who's approaching the building from below, like, more of a chance to, okay, go in the building, clear, and then approach the rooftop. That's my only gripe on those walls, just because you can't really aim. So I'm either, one, forced not to be up there and just be on a different level of that building, or two, just destroy that small wall and take a chance of being exposed. Otherwise, it's great that they added something like this, and I like looks like they added more, like, just roof stuff. I noticed there were more, like, of these, like, antenna stuff, but I didn't really notice they added like this like water tower kind of thing and ventilation systems and stuff like that. So fantastic update. I am enjoying this global weekly challenges. I hope they add some kind of like medals like from Battlefield, or like hidden ribbons just that you earn in game. The medals would be like long term, like, oh, like win, I don't know, 300 matches or whatever as, you know, Russia or USA or whatever. And just thinking about that now, I'm just like, I hope they add some more like nations or whatever. So just to close it, yeah, good patch. Looking forward to more. Yeah, GG's.